Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mystery and Rule Well, and to the Akim and Akwath throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on to the testimony of our Lord and Mashiach Yahweh Shai in sincerity and truth in these bitter days. Yep, another another Jake is back in the spirit world due to his lack of compliance with Esau. And Esau is just he's losing his grip on his authority. So all he's got to do is just bring out that little weapon and dispatch souls back to the spirit world. So that's one of those situations, man, that's is gonna keep on happening. Tension between these police officers and the people. It's not gonna go away until the Lord cuts that plug. All right. So it's just a testimony to show that the Lord is in charge, and it's gonna use Esau to come after the bulk of our people in these very last days. All right. And you just got to pray that you have the covenant of the Lord, that you have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to navigate through these tumultuous times, through these times of serious contentions, all right? Because the elites are upset, and these peon, Edomites that are working as officers, whether it's local, state, federal government level, they're losing their marbles. So what are they going to do when Jake resists their authority? They're going to be quick to bring out that sword and, end the life with hot lead, and they're going to drag out the case in court over and over and over. So it's just part of the prophecy the Lord wants us to see. All right. So the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17 says this: This martyr is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent, all right, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Klakadash, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. All right, so we are at that point in time when the basest nation upon the face of the earth, the so-called white people, the Edomites that the Bible speaks of, it's clearly evident. All right, they can't handle it, man. They can't handle a single how you call it it's folly from Jake when they have that gun and badge. That's one thing that they live for. All right. So when Jake comes around with the folly and doesn't want to comply, they're gonna go to that blessing, which is the sword. All right. That's the blessing in Isaac gave to Esau. All right. So it just shows you, man, our people need to learn to honor the Lord by understanding that this is not our kingdom, this is not our rest. You don't have time to be going hand to hand with these centurions out here, man. So the best thing you can do is just be spiritual, and how the Lord just says, You have to learn to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And that's one thing a lot of parents don't teach their children. The laws on the books. How to be smart. In other words, how to use wisdom. To preserve their life in adversarial society. All right, because Esau was not meant, to make our people keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. His job was to rob, kill, murder, and destroy. That's what John chapter 10 verse 10 says. All right. So the book of John chapter 10 verse 10 says this: the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So that's a huge contrast between what the Lord Hamashiach is offering us and what Esau society has to offer. So you just have to, count your losses in Babylon and, count your blessings, and let the Lord Hamashiach guide you through, all right? So it's very, very important that you don't neglect the sound wisdom of the scriptures. So the book of Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1 says this: a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. All right? So you have to learn how to maintain your cool when you're dealing with tense situations, especially in the presence of an enemy. All right? Whether the enemy is carrying a weapon or not, always remember, book of Sirach chapter 12 verse 10 tells you never trust an enemy. So you always have to be on guard, even when you walk around them on the plantation. All right. So I'm going to read this real quick. Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust an enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Yeah, so you can't turn an Edomite, into into your friend and best friend and all that stuff. The Most High didn't make them that way. All right. Their job is to bring chaos and instability upon the face of the earth. That's why God, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So Sirach 12 and 11 says this: though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. So that's words of advice, sound wisdom, all right? Because remember that when you're young, you always want to believe that you're agile, you're fast, you're smart, and all that stuff. But wisdom is what you really need. Scripture talks about wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Yep. So that's how you're gonna be able to deliver yourself, from these precarious situations. All right. So I'll just go ahead and play this clip.
The father of an unarmed Michigan man killed by police is demanding prosecution of the officer who shot his son. Peter Lioya, who emigrated with his son from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, spoke to reporters through a translator. Police video released on Wednesday captures an unnamed officer pulling over 26-year-old Patrick Lioya on April 4th, saying his license plate did not match the car.
Hey, stay in the car! Stay in the car! Stop!
As the officer tries to arrest him, he runs.
Got one running.
Kid, I need your back!
Then, a scuffle. The officer climbs on Leoya's back, captured on video by Leoya's passenger in the car. The officer's taser goes off. Missing Leoya, there is an apparent struggle for control of the taser.
Let go, taser!
Then the officer reaches for his gun and fires. Civil rights lawyer Ben Crump, hired by...
Yeah, so it's one to the back of the head. So that's clearly how things end up for Jake. You know, you can't, take anything for granted when you're in the presence of the enemy. Even when they're driving on the highway, driving erratically, you just have to get out of the way, let them go handle their business, whether they're regular citizens or law enforcement, because they're just a ticking time bomb and a loose cannon. All right, so it's only a matter of time. Now the Lord Amashak Yahushai would, oh boy, we get them out of the way. All right. So I'm gonna get that quick precept. Okay. So this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 7. All right. So it says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." All right. So the Lord is in charge. He's the one that's allowing these events to take place. So that the ones of our people that are on the sidelines, neglecting the gospel of the Lord, that they need to wake up and take things seriously, because when martial law is being declared and the economy is collapsed, it's not going to be a joke, So all that, where you're going and all that stuff is going to be a common practice. Show me your papers. If you're hiding and trying to run away, you know what else they're going to do. They're going to say, well, we saw her reach for her pocket and turn around, so we had to. Yeah, so that's why you got to be prepared spiritually, all right? And then 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8 says this, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Yahushua, all right, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." All right. So all these so-called civil rights attorneys and lawsuits and all that stuff, it's not going to get anywhere. The Lord Yahushua has to come clean up the mess that Esau has made upon the face of the earth. So he has to bring judgment. He has to wreak havoc on the rulership of the super elites. All right. And you know how it is, man. It's just a prelude to race war. All right. And that's what's going on. So when the officer pulled the trigger and killed the Benjamite, he did it because he was living, for that moment all his life. So that's what happens. That's what Esau's, built for. When things get tough, he can't muster the courage to endure. He just got to go to the sword. All right. So he's not built. He's not built for adversity. He's built to take the easy way out. All right, by causing all type of problems. That's why the book of Genesis, chapter 25, tells you clearly. You could go on and on and on with with all types of precepts to prove that Esau is not built, to bring peace upon the earth. It's built to bring chaos. All right. So Genesis chapter 25 verse 20 says this, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh Bashim Avshai Bashim Kakadash for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. Alright, so that's what you're gonna see. That struggle. It's always a struggle. Always a struggle. So that's what you're gonna see in these last days. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. So this is Esau, man, losing his marbles, man. He can no longer contain, Jake trying to get away from his presence. So that's what happens. Just a series of actions. Jake should have stayed in his vehicle, but he did not. And then what happens? He didn't want to produce his license. Decided to bounce, and then officers chasing him around and around and around. Yeah, so it just shows you, man, that the Most High has a sense of humor, to show in these last days that these Edomites, man, they want to be in control so bad, but they don't have what it takes to rule the world in righteousness, all right? So, end of the day, man, it's just going to lead to more chaos. So there's going to be more protests on the streets, so it's just going to make more people, be on their guard. And end of the day, who's going to learn the most from these situations? Is the elect, all right? So the Lord is going to get the elect, to be, safe from this madness, because 2/3 are going to be out there on the streets causing havoc, destroying property. And hey, when the centurions go after 2/3, it's gonna be a bloodbath, very soon, So, and the time when they're gonna come against the elect, then they're gonna understand that they crossed the line. They crossed the line, that the Lord has told them that once they do, that's it for them. All right. So the book of Psalms chapter 140 verse 4 tells you this clearly. It says, keep me, O Lord Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. And that's exactly what they want to do. Always want to hatch up schemes to target the elect, to attack the gospel of the Lord Yahushai. Alright, because his testimony of the Lord Yahushai is cutting them up so bad, and they're losing their marbles, man. They just want to turn their lives, upside down, and be a menace to the whole world. I just say it, man. They're just a danger to themselves, a danger to society. So hey, the Lord just got to take them out. So that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai's intervention. All right. So I think that's about it for the moment, man. Because the Lord is not gonna allow all these chaotic events to keep on happening without a spiritual response. All right. So that's about it there, Kim. You just gotta learn to stay focused, man. Be spiritual. There are no short corners for getting, I say shortcuts for getting things done the right way in Babylon, man. That Yaquab mindset, is very, very detrimental, you know, especially in a society that's full of booby traps, So you gotta be spiritual, man. Lord Yahushua told us that we're gonna be subject to payment, so just forget about cutting corners, you know, get your paperwork in line, check your attitude. In other words, as a young man, you gotta think like an old man, all right? Apply the wisdom of the wise, of the ancients, all right? So just gotta keep on thanking the Lord, Yahweh Bashima Shai Bashima Kwakadash, for bringing these moments to light, because we need to be aware in these last days and times of these things happening. Shalom.